The channel is dedicated to information and tools about therapeutic hypnosis and health topics. Help me grow the channel. Please like and subscribe. You're unconscious or asleep during trance hypnosis. As you go into trance hypnosis, you become more deeply relaxed, focused, and self-absorbed. Your surface consciousness takes a backseat to deeper levels of consciousness where conditioning, but also insight, learning skills, imagination, and creativity are at play. Hypnosis can feel like the cozy moments just before falling asleep or those between just waking up in the morning before stirring to stretch or get up from the bed. Hypnosis has been said to be similar to entering REM, which is not merely dream sleep, but a mind state that helps us process learning and insight. Hypnosis can be like a daydream perhaps, but one in which the hypnotist is a tour guide for the imaginative reverie and creative insight that's in you. You are not in control during trance hypnosis. You are receptive, but not passive. Of course, there are sly persuasion tactics that a person can potentially fall prey to, whether in formal hypnosis sessions or, much more commonly, in daily goings-on in exposure to marketing, advertising, and social media, for example. That said, in a therapeutic hypnosis scenario, you're unlikely to do or say or believe any suggestion that goes against your fundamental sensibilities or morals. In fact, you might find that suggestions and even simple word choices that go against the grain will interrupt the hypnotic flow. Those Hollywood movies about hypnotized people becoming zombies or committing crimes are just that, Hollywood movies. And the spectacles seen in stage hypnotist shows are coordinated in such a way that participants are generally selected for high hypnotizability and consent, with sly tricks of the trade slipped in. Will you reveal secrets during trance hypnosis? Again, you're receptive, not passive. And you're unlikely to mindlessly reveal security passwords or blurt out dark secrets. Besides, a qualified hypnotist is bound by ethical codes and will not go off topic to pry into matters not agreed upon in the planning stage of hypnosis treatment. Therapeutic hypnotic language is also presented in open-ended statements meant to spark inner insight and revelations that stay in the realm of inner insight. A well-trained hypnotist is careful to avoid using statements that can potentially result in false memories, negative moods or behaviors, or trigger traumatic emotional memories. Rather, the aim is to lead the client to a place of personal insight, skill, and emotional healing and reconciliation. You can get stuck in a hypnotic state. Hypnosis is self-limited. If the hypnotist creates too long a pause in the session, or, say, leaves the room to grab a cup of coffee or take a wee or make a phone call, which no self-respecting hypnotist would do, or if the hypnotist has a medical emergency during the session that makes him or her speechless, you will either be so relaxed in hypnosis that you fall asleep for a brief nap, or you'll simply come out of hypnosis and back to normal waking consciousness. Can anyone be hypnotized? We now live in a world that is permeated by subliminal and persuasive techniques. Some people are more taken in than others, but it's the very rare person who is completely unaffected by the messaging we all receive at every turn in an ordinary day. That said, a person must want to be hypnotized to actually be hypnotized. As I've said before, hypnosis is not so much about what a hypnotist does to you, but what you and the hypnotist plan together to meet your goals. If you can take cues to focus and relax, it's likely that you can be guided into trance hypnosis. If you can listen with focused, interested attention and formulate insights and mindful responses, it's likely that you can be guided into conversational hypnosis. People who have cognitive problems, such as dementia, or low IQ, or are just very suspicious, fearful, or resistant to the prospect of hypnosis are generally not good candidates for this type of work. Otherwise, most anyone can be hypnotized. So what do you think? What are your assumptions about hypnosis? Have you tried it? Or would you like to? Let me know in the comments.